Have you ever wondered why cops are fanatic about safety precautions? I mean, 15 years of doing the job, and you show up, and if people haven't been victimized or shot or stabbed or sexually assaulted or robbed or some other thing, they've been involved in an accident. I mean, I remember one time a guy was using a chop saw and a piece of wood came out and hit him in the eye. I still, to this day, over 10 years later, every time someone turns a saw on, I'm like, oh, get the safety goggles, get the safety goggles. And what happens after years and years of seeing things go badly all of the time? Well, one of the things we found in my research at stevewarnicki.com/LEDS is that cops are fanatic about safety precautions. Is there any wonder why? No. So, I moved to Florida, I leave the job, I'm in therapy, I'm trying to work through this. I think actually even a lot of how I'm working through this is helping the police talk about the mental ramifications of being a police officer. So, I have this opportunity to go by myself out onto the ocean on a 21-foot boat. So what do? I start Googling things that went badly on YouTube videos about boats, and I see, just boats coming over the back of a wave coming over the back of the boat, and the boat sinks. I see people going along in this lake and they hit a rogue wave and everyone knocks their head out and they're all passed out. I'm from Colorado, you guys. The Denver Police Department, we don't have a lot of water in Colorado. Seriously, we don't. So I'm not a boat guy. I've never really been a boat guy, don't know anything about boats, but I want to know what's going to go bad, because the last thing I want is a cop using a pool net to fish me out of the ocean. I take this boat out onto the ocean, and just like on a jet ski, there's a kill switch that's attached to like the little telephone cord. And I make sure that this is like wrapped around me, because I'm thinking like one rogue wave, gonna hit my head, knock myself out, the boat's gonna keep going, I'm gonna end up in the Bahamas, I'll be, I'll float up on shore in Miami 2 years later, all waterlogged and dead. So I got this thing wrapped around me, and then I had a life vest on. I thought, I need to actually put this on, because what if I get ejected from the boat and thrown out and knocked out and the boat keeps going and I'm like without a life vest? I saw that movie where the husband and wife had the boat and they just floated in the ocean the whole time. It didn't end well. They both just said screw it and took off the life vest and died. So I got the cord wrapped around me, the life vest. I'm got my hand against the window, and I'm not really even going that fast. We're talking like 20, 25 miles an hour, and I am terrified. You would think that I was jumping out of a plane, which, by the way, I would never do. I just want you to know that that's what goes through our heads as the police. These crazy, fanatic safety precautions. And I think it was legit. You may be hearing this story going, this guy's nuts, nothing's gonna happen. But it is. People are dying all the time out in the ocean. If you're a cop, maybe it's time to take inventory of how the job is affecting you. So what's the job doing to me? How's it affecting me? That's what all of the work I'm doing is about. The things that can change for you over time slowly without you noticing. And if you're good with where you're at, then that's great. But it's strange, because everybody that's writing to me and everybody that's commenting is saying, oh, I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out. And then they decide, I don't like that, I want to make a change. Awareness is a huge part of this. So when you notice something and you go, oh, this is now happening to me and I don't like that, a lot of times you can self-correct. And I hope it can help the men and women who protect us. All right, happy boating.